Yo, yo, yo. 1, 2.
Whenever you want, man. Like second or third inning, second. Just want to ask you a few questions about. It's not. It's just. It's like a demo tape for us, but I think it'd be cool to have you on.
All right, speakers up and running.
Okay, don't start the stream.
Too late to start it. Just
6, Rajay Davis. Back third for the Indians. Starting at first base, number 11, Jose Ramirez. Back fourth, today's designated hitter, number 10, Edwin Encarnacion.
And we send you special greetings inside the Peoria Sports Complex. Saturday afternoon special, National Sports Game of the Week. Jolly with the voice of the Padres, Chris Sylvester, is with us today as well. It should be a fun matchup today, Chris. The Indians are in town against the Padres, the AL League champions 2 years ago. Always a fun team to see around, led by head coach Terry Francona for Indians around these days. And it's now time for our Nissan starting lineups for the Indians. It'll be Francisco Lindor, who forgot his jersey last night, wearing number 66, playing at shortstop today. In left field, Rajay Davis in the 2 spot. Jose Ramirez switching at third base. Hitting clip, Encarnacion. Yonder Alonso at first base. Tyler Naquin in right field. Roberto Perez behind the plate, catching, hitting 7th. Melvin Upton Jr. in center field in the 8 spot. And at second base, number 70 is Drew Maggie. On the mound will be Mike Clevenger, the right-handed pitcher for the Indians in this game on Saturday afternoon, 1:10, the official start from what we know as of right now. For the Padres in their home complex, Manuel Margot in center field leading off for the Padres, hitting only 185 this spring. Carlos Asuaje at second base for the Padres. Hitting third, Will Myers in right field today. And the first time seeing the newly addition Eric Hosmer, 8 years, $144 million, their biggest contract in team history. He'll be at first base today, hitting cleanup. Jose Pearl in DH spot, hitting 5th. Christian Villanueva at third base. Hunter Renfroe in left, hitting 7th. A.J. Ellis behind the plate, catching today. Luis Urias at shortstop, hitting 9th. One of the top 10 prospects going to Pipeline.com this year for the Padres. On the mound for them, a Cleveland native, Eric Lauer. Coming up next, the voice of the Padres will be Chris Sylvester. Coming up, National Sports Game of the Week.
This afternoon's umpire for the winning home plate is Mike Wachlinski. Looking at first base will be Mike Winters. At second base is Mike DeMiro. And at third base, Dan Colino.
Check.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking the field, your 2018 San Diego Padres.
Welcome back inside the Peoria Sports Complex in Peoria, Arizona. Jolly alongside Chris Sylvester. It is almost time for first pitch between the Cleveland Indians and your San Diego Padres. On the mound will be Eric Lauer. Leading off the game for the Indians, it will be, briefly, Lindor, Davis, and Ramirez. And I believe it is almost time for the man himself, the maestro of the microphone, Chris Sylvester. It's all yours.
Thanks, Jay. We're live at the Peoria Sports Complex in Peoria, Arizona. Saturday matinee baseball in the Cactus League. The defending American League Central champion Cleveland Indians taking on the San Diego Padres this afternoon. An overcast day in the Phoenix area. The sun nowhere to be found. Gray clouds above, but still good weather for baseball and a very exciting Saturday across the Cactus League. Everybody making their way out to the Arizona Phoenix area
to catch some spring training baseball as we rapidly approach opening day. Just 19 days from now, we'll have regular season Major League Baseball. Eric Lauer gets the baseball this afternoon for Andy Green, 22-year-old southpaw, a native of Ohio, as you mentioned. He grew up 15 minutes away from Progressive Field in Cleveland. A 4-3 record. He finished in Double-A San Antonio last season, 6'3", 205 pounds. Good fastball that gets into the mid-90s. In the first pitch of the game, we're underway from Peoria. Called strike to Francisco Lindor, two-time All-Star, 24-year-old, batting from the right side, a switch hitter. Next pitch swinging, a line drive and a base hit into left field. So Lindor leads off with a single for the Indians on the second pitch of the game. First pitch at 1:10 in Peoria. And the game time temperature 75 degrees, but once again cloudy skies above. And the sun not expected to peak out until tomorrow here in Peoria. Lindor aboard to lead things off for the Indians here in the top half of the first inning. And here's Rajai Davis. 37-year-old signed to a minor league deal in the offseason. Takes a first pitch fastball high, 91 miles per hour. Davis batting from the right side. Spent the 2017 season with the Oakland Athletics and Boston Red Sox. Hit .235, stole 29 bases. 37 years old now, Davis. His second stint with the Cleveland Indians. And the 1-0 home from Lauer. He swings and misses at a high fastball. 91 miles per hour. And the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Light winds to start the contest in Peoria this afternoon. The 15 Cactus League teams all have flags above the batter's eye in center field, and they're blowing lightly out towards left center. A toss over to first base. And Lindor back to the bag, standing up. Davis hit the big home run off Aroldis Chapman in Game 7 of the 2016 World Series, a game that the Chicago Cubs eventually won in extra innings. But Davis's dramatic 2-run home run in that game tied things up in the later innings before the Cubs prevailed for their first World Series championship in 108 seasons. And Davis hoping to be a part of something special for an Indians team that won 102 games. In 2017, Lauer deals the 1-2. It's flared out into shallow right field, and it's caught. In comes Will Myers to make the catch for the first out of the game. Myers playing relatively shallow, 1 away. Lindor remains at first base. The defensive alignment presented by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Hunter Renfroe, Manuel Margot, and Will Myers left around to right in the outfield. Fernando Tatis Jr., Luis Urias, the young, up-and-coming, promising left side of the infield for the Padres. Carlos Asuaje starting at second base, Hosmer at first, and the battery of Eric Lauer and A.J. Ellis, signed to a minor league deal in February. Veteran catcher, spent 8.5 seasons with the Dodgers. Always been known as a great clubhouse guy and one of the better defensive catchers. First pitch to Jose Ramirez misses high for ball 1. Ramirez, a breakout 2017 campaign. He was an all-star, the starting third baseman on the American League team. As on the next pitch, he pops it up. Shallow right field. Myers doesn't have to deal with the sun, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So following the leadoff single off the bat of Francisco Lindor, a couple of pop-outs to the right fielder, Will Myers. 2 away, and here's the DH, Edwin Encarnacion. Encarnacion off to a slow start this spring, 4 for his first 21, a homer and a couple of runs batted in. Hitting in the cleanup spot for Terry Francona this afternoon. Time to time you'll see him play at first base throughout the regular season, but for the most part, he'll be the DH for this Indians team. First pitch, called strike. Lindor takes off to second. The throw down from Ellis, not in time.
Stolen base number 2 for Lindor. Stolen base number 2.
Second stolen base for Francisco Lindor this spring. He's in scoring position, and now a hit could mean a run for the Indians here at the top half of the first inning. Boy, Francisco Lindor, a superstar in today's game. Just 24 years of age, an all-star in each of the last 2 seasons. Career high 33 homers in 2017 for the Tribe. The 1-0 swing and a miss. High fastball. It's 0-2. Encarnacion batting from the right side. Spent a number of seasons with the Cincinnati Reds and Toronto Blue Jays before signing a big 4-year contract prior to the 2017 season. 0-2 the count. Lauer way ahead. Checks Lindor at second in the 0-2 home. High fastball. 93 miles per hour. Encarnacion lays off of it. And the count now at a ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. Lauer picks up his first strikeout of the afternoon. And the Indians strand 1 in scoring position. Nothing across for the Tribe in the top half of the first inning. Cleveland, nothing. San Diego coming up.
Also, baseball fans, when it comes to winning, you all have a chance to win big. After Sunday's game, by participating in our 50-50 raffle. With a portion of the proceeds benefit the Peoria Diamond Club. Be sure to find our ticket sellers, run a yellow vest, or visit our table at guest services to purchase your
I am the one and only DQ Chicken Strip Basket, now $4.99. I am the 100% all-white meat tenderloin reason you close your eyes when you bite. Country gravy don't normally take to strangers, but sure sugar takes to me. Because I'm not fast food, I am fan food.
Bring it back when the clock's at 30.
Hi, I'm Mindy Kearns. It's great to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Your parents have been talking about you for years.
Sorry about that. They're all about me saving for a house. Or
What's wrong?
a college fund for my son.
Actually, I want to know what you're thinking. Have a seat.
Yeah.
Knowing that the most important goals are yours. With 15
Playing commercials?
financial advisors, it's a big deal. And it's how Edward Jones makes sense of it.
Nothing across for the Cleveland Indians in the top half of the first inning, stranding a leadoff single off the bat of Francisco Lindor. Padres coming to bat for the first time this afternoon, facing the 27-year-old right-hander. His name is Mike Clevenger, 6'4", 210 pounds, the native of Jacksonville, Florida. A draft pick of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim back in 2011. Sent to the Indians in a trade back in August of 2014 that sent Vinny Pustano, veteran reliever at the time, to the Angels. And Clevenger has been a nice surprise, a breakout 2017 campaign, 12-6 with a .311 earned run average. And he'll face Manuel Margot, the starting center fielder for the Padres, leading things off in the bottom of the first. A 94-mile-per-hour fastball in at the knees for a strike. A 1 pitch, just misses. It is 1-1. Clevenger, 121 innings pitched at the major league level last season. 21 starts, 27 appearances. Breaking ball misses inside. 2-1. Margot, 23 years of age, finished 6th in the National League Rookie of the Year voting last season. .263 batting average, 13 homers. Expected to be the Padres' opening day and everyday center fielder come the start of the regular season. Clevenger's next pitch misses, the 3-1 home fastball. Margot waves and misses at it. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Margot was acquired in that deal that sent Craig Kimbrell to the Boston Red Sox back in November of 2015. 3-2 pitch lined into left field. That's going to drop in front of Rajai Davis for a leadoff base hit. So Margot is aboard, just as the top half of the first inning began for the Cleveland Indians. So does the bottom half of the first for the Padres with a leadoff single to left field. And here's the San Diego second baseman, Carlos Asuaje. Clevenger working out of the stretch. We'll give you the defensive alignment for the Indians here momentarily. First pitch fastball, 94 miles per hour. Clevenger will top out around 97. Long brown hair that stops at the shoulders. Comes out of the back of the baseball cap. Sort of reminds you of the hair that Jacob deGrom of the New York Mets has. Heavily tattooed left arm. Clevenger sporting the red glove. A one-pitch fastball misses inside. That one at 97 miles per hour.
Would you call that a sleeve on his left arm for Clevenger?
Probably. That's what they call it these days, right?
I believe so.
1 ball, 1 strike. Asuaje batting from the left side against the right-hander Clevenger. Quick toss over to first base. And Margot is out. That was a quick move from Clevenger, the right-hander, stepping off the rubber and firing a strike to Yonder Alonso. And that is the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1 pitch, lined into right field. That's a base hit. So Clevenger working out of the windup once again with the pickoff for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. And Margot singles through the right side of the infield. So back-to-back hits to open things up, but the pickoff of Margot over at first base, the first out of the inning. So 1 on and 1 out. Clevenger working out of the stretch again. And here's Will Myers, starting right fielder for the Padres, 26 years of age. A career-high 30 homers last season at 243 to go along with 74 runs batted in. He looks at a first-pitch fastball at 95 for strike 1. Myers making the move to the outfield because of the man on deck, Eric Hosmer. Will be the everyday first baseman. Myers played the majority of his games at first base last season as he waves and misses at a good breaking pitch from Clevenger. It is 0-2. Short lead over at first base for Asuaje. And the 0-2 home. Myers lifts a high fly ball. Right field. Naquin, the right fielder, moving to his right. A couple of steps back. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. It takes us to our defensive alignment for the Cleveland Indians, presented by Southwest. Fly Southwest. We love you. Rajay Davis in left field. Melvin Upton Jr. in center. Tyler Naquin in right field. Jose Ramirez, Francisco Lindor, Drew Maggi, and Yonder Alonso left around to right in the infield. And the battery of Mike Clevenger and Roberto Perez. 2 away, and here's Hosmer. 8-year, $144 million deal. A couple of weeks ago. Largest free agent contract in San Diego Padres franchise history. Looks at the first pitch fastball. For strike 1, 318, 25 homers, 94 runs batted in. Last season with the Kansas City Royals. A 1 pitch fastball outside, 1-1. Batting from the left side. Sporting number 30 to honor his late and great former teammate, Yordano Ventura, who tragically passed away in the 2016 offseason in an automobile accident in the Dominican Republic. He wore 35 in Kansas City as he cuts and misses at the next one from Clevenger. They counted a ball and 2 strikes. But the number 35 is retired by the San Diego Padres, Randy Jones. The count in Clevenger's favor, a ball and 2 strikes, and Hosmer can't catch up to the high fastball. He goes down swinging. First strikeout for the 27-year-old right-hander. And the Padres turned aside, scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. Top of the second is next, no score between Cleveland and San Diego on Spreaker.com's National Sports Game of the Week. Don't be so quiet over there.
Yeah, bro.
Give me some color.
It's your tape. I'm not really doing color. It's more. It's you doing you. I do me.
I'll help you out. I'll throw some stuff at you. You throw some stuff at me.
I almost said Rajay. I'm like, dog, it's Rajay.
Rajay.
Yeah.
I got it. I had to write it down to get it right. What's this background noise? Should be coming in. Is he 3? What am I on this?
You're the third one.
So I thought. Turn down the. Am I third on the mixer too?
Second. Oh, man.
All right, this got to be my tape inning.
Leading off the top of the second inning for Cleveland. Batting fifth, first baseman.
Might come in the third.
No score as we move to the top of the second inning in Peoria. Cleveland Indians and San Diego Padres meeting for Saturday matinee baseball. The Indians 9-6-1 this spring in Cactus League play. The Padres 8-6-2. Yonder Alonso will lead things off for Cleveland, facing the 22-year-old southpaw Eric Lauer, who gave up a hit to Francisco Lindor, then proceeded to retire the next 3 batters he faced in the top of the first inning. First pitch swinging, Alonso lifts one foul, out of play. Off to the left side, it is 0-1. Yonder Alonso signed a 2-year, $16 million deal with the Cleveland Indians in the offseason. Next pitch, fastball high and inside. 1-1 the count. Native of Havana, Cuba. Former San Diego Padre. Spent 4 seasons with the San Diego organization from 2012 to 2015. A big breakout season last year. 28 homers, 67 runs batted in. Both career highs for Yonder Alonso. In the previous 5 seasons, he had combined for just 34 home runs. 2-1 pitch misses off the plate. It is now 3-1 on Yonder Alonso. Expected to be the everyday first baseman, replacing Carlos Santana, who signed a 3-year, $60 million
Come
deal
on now.
with the the Philadelphia Phillies. Boy, you got me going everywhere here.
Man.
Chopper right side, Hosmer solos to the bag for the first out of the inning.
It's a pretty cheap deal, huh? $60 for 3 years? Man.
You know,
that's my salary right here for one day.
Tyler Naquin will be the next batter for the Cleveland Indians. Naquin, 26 years old, dealt with a number of injuries in 2017 after a very promising rookie campaign that saw him hit .296 in 2016, batting from the left side. 26 years of age. First pitch from Lauer, a fastball, low and away. 1-0 pitch lined into left field. That's going to drop in front of Hunter Renfroe for a 1-out base hit. So Naquin is aboard. Second hit for the Cleveland Indians this afternoon. And a 1-out base runner for Roberto Perez. Perez, 29 years of age, batting from the right side. Signed a 4-year, $9 million contract before the start of the 2017 season. Hit .207 last year, 8 homers. His bat breaks in half as he grounds one towards the middle. Diving stop by Urias. The flip to second for 1. On to first. It's a highlight reel, 6-4-3 double play to end the top of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We played an inning and a half in Peoria. No score between the Indians and Padres on the National Sports Game of the Week.
Very good. That was nice.
What?
That was a nice-ass play by Urias.
I know.
So sick.
Just a little bit. Urias.
If you like baseball, and Jay Butler's baseball tours are the trip for you.
Gotta mention the spring training stats a little more.
I'll bring it back for you.
Yeah.
In 15. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Bottom 2 back in Peoria, and we've seen some highlight plays from both the Indians and the Padres. A nice play by one of the top prospects in all the MLB, Luis Urias. 6-4-3 double play to end the top frame. Impressive, young man, so far.
Now that left side of the infield, a couple of top 40 Major League Baseball prospects heading into the 2018 campaign. In fact, MLB Pipeline, which is the go-to source for anything prospectical here at the Major League level. A broad brushstroke of what's to come for the San Diego Padres. Jose Perella, first pitch swinging, leading off the bottom of the second. Fouls one back and out of play behind the screen. It is 0-1. Serving as the designated hitter this afternoon. Perella 8 for 21 this spring. No homers, 3 runs batted in. Batting from the right side, high fastball, and Perella hits the dirt in the batter's box. Some chin music from Clevenger. The count even, 1-1 strike.
I'll wake you up in the morning.
Yes, it will. Overcast day. A little bit tired. Friday night, last night. You're woke now.
Yes.
Count even, 1-1 strike. Clevenger working out of the windup. The right-hander deals. Breaking ball hit in the air. Center field. Melvin Upton Jr. going back onto the warning track at the wall. It's out of here. Well, that just kept carrying to dead center field. First home run of the spring for Jose Perella, and the Padres are on the scoreboard first. It's 1-0 San Diego in the bottom of the second inning. So Jose Perella goes dead center and hits it off the batter's eye here at the Peoria Sports Complex. RBI number 4 this spring for Perella. And it's 1-0 San Diego. Here's Fernando Tatis Jr., starting third baseman, just 19 years of age. First one from Clevenger, a breaking ball on the outside corner, called a strike, 0-1. So much promise for Fernando Tatis Jr. MLB Pipeline ranks him as the 8th best prospect in all of Major League Baseball heading into 2018 as he waves and misses at a good breaking ball from Clevenger. It's quickly 0-2. His father, Fernando Tatis Sr., spent 14 seasons in the major leagues with 5 different teams as he fouls it back to the screen. 0-2. In 2017, as an 18-year-old, he finished the season in Double-A, where he hit .278 with 22 homers, 75 runs batted in, to go along with 32 stolen bases.
Not bad for 18-year-old, huh?
Stays alive as he fouls another pitch out of play, this time off to the right side. Still 0-2. Acquired in a trade with the Chicago White Sox that sent James Shields to the south side of Chicago in 2015. And boy, do the White Sox more than likely really regret that, as Tatis stays alive as he fouls it off the end of the bat. 0-2. One 0 Padres here in the bottom of the second inning. San Diego on the scoreboard first, courtesy of a solo home run off the bat of Jose Perella. Next pitch from Clevenger, fastball. He painted the outside corner, and Tatis Jr. down looking for the first out here in the home half of the second. Second strikeout for Mike Clevenger this afternoon. One away, the base is empty, and here's Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe, the starting left fielder this afternoon for the Padres. Hit .231 in 2017 with 26 homers and 58 runs batted in. First pitch fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Renfroe 7 for 32 this spring, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in as he looks at a breaking pitch low. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch, backdoor slider, misses inside. 2-1.
His main focus this year is trying to limit down his strikeouts. He had 150 last year.
In 445 at bats. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball, well hit, left center field. Melvin Upton Jr. way back, it's out of here. Second home run of the inning for the Padres. And it's 2-0 San Diego, third of the spring, off the bat of Hunter Renfroe.
That's not a swing and a miss there, Chris.
Now that's the type of power he has. 26 homers last season. First round draft pick, 13th overall back in 2013, coming out of Mississippi State. And expected to be a key contributor in the middle of the batting order for the Padres this season. Here's A.J. Ellis, the catcher. First pitch swinging. He lines one foul back to the screen. It's 0-1. Ellis inked a minor league deal with the Indians in mid-February. Hit .210, 6 homers, 14 runs batted in with the Miami Marlins last season. As he looks at a fastball, 94 miles per hour. It catches the lower part of the strike zone. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Misses in the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes. Ellis, for a number of years, in fact 8.5 seasons with the LA Dodgers, is the primary catcher for Clayton Kershaw. And in the middle of the 2016 season, a trade that surprised a lot of folks was dealt to the Philadelphia Phillies for Carlos Ruiz. You understand that trade from the perspective at the plate. Ruiz provides more for you at the dish than Ellis does with the bat, but Ellis, great clubhouse guy. That was a really shocking move that a lot of folks thought really discombobulated any chance the Dodgers had at making a run at the World Series in 2016 as he chops one towards the right side of the infield. Maggi to his right, throws to first for the second out of the inning.
Had Kershaw in tears when heard the news of it.
So 2 away, the base is empty. Here's the 20-year-old, just turned 20, Luis Urias. MLB Pipeline ranks him 36th best in all of Major League Baseball. Heading into the 2018 season. First pitch from Clevenger, fastball low and away for ball 1.
The one concern for Clevenger is his fastball tailing in to the middle part of the plate. The shot to Renfroe was right down the middle, and the same for Perella.
Next pitch misses. It's 2-0. Next one from Clevenger. Fastball in at the knees. 2-1. Urias closed the 2017 campaign in AA San Antonio, where he hit .296. 2-1 pitch. Fastball downstairs. 3-1. If Urias can reach, back to the top of the batting order, Manuel Margot, waiting in the on-deck circle. A couple of runs across for San Diego, a couple of solo home runs for the Padres here in the home half of the second as Urias pops it up. Right side of the infield, Maggi calls off Alonso, and the inning is over. With the damage done, a solo home run off the bat of Hunter Renfroe, a solo home run off the bat of Jay Holloway. As we head to the top of the third inning, Padres 2, Indians nothing. Jose Perella. All you now, brother.
Yeah, well, Mr. Home Runs again. Jealous.
You'll get some.
Leave me in.
Here he is. How you doing, sir?
Wonderful, thank you. How about you?
Doing well. Got a couple of home run calls in there. Excited about that.
We like dingers. Who doesn't love a dinger? Especially after a brushback. Oh, yeah. It's like, that's as sexual as it gets in baseball.
We'll ask you let's talk about, the top minor league system according to MLB Pipeline coming into the season.
Hot talent lava.
When could we expect to see Tatis or Urias at the major league level?
Yeah, those are good questions.
Perhaps as early as September, or perhaps not until 2019. You want me to bring it back, Jay?
Yeah,
Yeah?
why not?
Moving to the top of the third inning in Peoria, a 2-0 lead for the San Diego Padres over the Cleveland Indians. Jose Perella and Hunter Renfroe with solo home runs off Mike Clevenger to put the Padres on the scoreboard first. In the bottom of the second, Eric Lauer working for a third inning here this afternoon. And for the play-by-play, it's Jay Holloway.
Chris Stanks, and we're also with a special guest with us as well, Mr. Jesse Agler, the voice of the Padres, both on radio and TV. Lauer fires wide and high to Upton Jr. for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. 8-9-1 in the order for Cleveland. Down by 2-0 early. 2 home runs, both solo shots, and a single to center field by Melvin Upton Jr.
You got to see Melvin Upton Jr. a couple of seasons ago. He spent 15 and part of 16 with the Padres before San Diego dealt him to Toronto, and it's certainly been disappointing for him after signing that big 5-year, $75 million deal with the Atlanta Braves in 2013. What have you seen from a guy in Melvin Upton Jr. that at one point was looked at as one of the better outfielders in all of Major League Baseball? Now he's on a minor league deal for a second consecutive season.
Yeah, it's really amazing when that happens. You never expect that, obviously. And
Maggi, first pitch, popped up high in the sky towards foul ground over there at second base of Suaje, and shallow right makes the out.
And with Upton, I mean, the thing I remember about the trade, by the way, is we were in Toronto when that happened. And it was one of those deals where, he just, like, before the game, he walked from one clubhouse over to the other, and they did a press conference, and it's a little bit of an odd situation. And I remember just going down, and I was like, I guess I'll watch this press conference, and it was a weird thing. The other thing I remember is I think it was the Toronto Sun, one of the newspapers there the next day. They had a big, backstory, sports page picture of him, in the big acquisition, but it said Justin Upton. They got the Upton. They had the wrong Upton on the
wrong
paper.
guy.
It was a picture of the right guy, but it said Justin and not Melvin or BJ, whatever it was. But, yeah, I mean, he's got all the tools, and that's what makes it such an interesting case study.
Throw to first.
And, you watch him play on a day-in and day-out basis, and you're like, I understand why this guy was a top draft pick. I understand why this guy, got the big contract that he did, because he looks the part. He seems to be able to do everything. And for whatever reason, the last couple of years, he was just never able to put it all together.
Runner goes, pitch out, Hosmer second base, the tag, and he is gunned down.
You take a look at Eric Lauer. Fastball tops out in the low 90s, 4-3, 3.93 earned run average. Good build, 6'3", 205, finished in Double-A San Antonio last season. Only 22 years of age.
Yeah.
Where does he rank amongst some of the prospects at the starting position spot that the Padres have up and coming over the next couple of seasons?
Lindor at the plate now, takes a ball one high.
You know, he's part of this group of guys, and they moved up last year. You know, they went from one level to the next all together as kind of a four-man unit, which was pretty cool.
Lindor takes a call strike on the inner half from Eric Lauer, the southpaw.
And he's a part of it. You know, he is. I mean, the Padres have a lot of things going on in the minor leagues right now, but certainly near the top of the list are these guys, and it's him and Lucchesi, who pitched yesterday really well. It's Cal Quantrill, who we've seen a couple of times, Jacob Nix, who's got an injury thing going on right now. But, you know, they think that the four of those guys together could be a core of the future.
1-2, Lindor pops it up. Shallow right center field for Will Myers. In the gray sky, makes out number 3. A 1-3-6 pickoff by Lauer of Upton Jr. A 1-2-3 inning in the top of the third. Padres coming up, leading by 2.
Would you say that if there is a weakness to the minor league system, it would be starting pitching? Or do you
Okay.
These guys are all...
Really? But what do you think the rotation's going to I really yeah. Locked up Brad Hand to a Hey, you never know. You never know. Diamondbacks won't be as good, you know.
A struggle.
Bottom of the third, back in Peoria. Manuel Margot will get things going. Leadoff single begin the game, and he was picked off by Mike Clevenger. Takes a slow break on the outside for a call strike 0-1.
Jesse Agler, voice of the San Diego Padres, joining us for another half inning here at the Peoria Sports Complex.
Margot swings and misses through everything, 0-2.
We're trying to get as much knowledge regarding what the Padres will look like come opening day 2018. Andy Green mentioned a couple of weeks ago, could carry 5 outfielders on the opening day roster. A lot of talent. Renfroe, Margot, Myers, the starting outfield. You had Perella hit a solo home run in that bottom of the second inning. DHing today. Obviously, no DH come the regular season in the National League. Where do you see the outfield shaking up come opening day?
Yeah, it's really interesting. You know, I think at first, at least, you're going to have Myers in right, Margot in center. I think you can pencil those guys in most every day. Left field is where it'll get very interesting.
0-2 fastball, slice foul, and a nice catch on the right field side. Not bad.
That's why you bring your glove. A lot of people are opposed to bringing gloves to Major League Baseball.
Those people
games.
are crazy, by the way. You see how fast that ball got there? You're going to try and do that with your popcorn in one hand and your beer in the other? Forget
Good luck.
It, man. Yeah.
0-2. Missed wide ball 1.
You know, I think left field, Hunter Renfroe is the incumbent in a way, even though he was in right last year. But I think they have some platoon options with him. Franchi Cordero has had a nice spring. He had a great winter league.
1-2 and a swing and a miss. Margot is down in the first. Make a second strikeout for Clevenger in this game. Bring up Carlos Asuaje.
So Cordero's a left-handed bat. Renfro's a right-handed bat. They both have pretty big platoon splits, or at least they have. And Renfro, look, he hit a home run today off a righty. 2 of his 3 home runs in the spring so far have been against right-handed pitching. So, I certainly wouldn't want to say he's not going to be able to adjust. But again, at the start, I think they're going to try a platoon there. And so that's 4 outfielders right there.
Clevenger.
Yeah, Matt Caesar that could also be in that mix as well, potentially, maybe.
Yeah, and he's coming. He got a slow start this spring because of an injury, and he's looking good right now. But Travis Jankowski, I think, probably has the leg up at this point for the 5th spot.
On the outside, 1-1 to count for Carlos Asuaje. On deck, Will Myers.
And Jankowski's just a totally different guy than any of those others, that we're talking about. And he's a speed guy. He's not a power guy. He can play all 3 outfield positions.
Snake Eyes pitch, and Asuaje takes ball 2 low.
And I think that's the key thing. If you're going to carry 5, that 5th guy better be able to do anything.
Sure.
And so you can put Jankowski in center, and immediately he's one of the better defensive center fielders in all of baseball. You put him in left and right, he can more than handle himself in those spots as well.
2-1, Asuaje swings and misses on the inside fastball.
The nice thing, though, is that you have a real competition on the outfield. You have a real competition at second base for the Padres. And for the last couple of years, it was kind of like, all right, someone will go play those positions. It didn't look this way, and that's how you know they're headed in the right direction.
2-2 pitch outside, and they say ball 3 from Mike Muchalinski.
Well, you have, as you mentioned, that battle at second, Asuaje and Corey Spangenberg, who started and hit a home run yesterday in the 2-0 win over the White Sox. You could pretty much, I'd imagine.
3-2 pitch, rope to right field. That bad boy is gone. Asuaje with his dinger today.
Well, it's funny, you just said Spangenberg. He homered yesterday, and Asuaje gets the start here today, and he goes deep. And that's what managers love to see, right? You've got a competition. Probably only one of these guys is on the opening day roster, and in back-to-back days, they each homer.
3 solo shots for the Padres this afternoon off Mike Clevenger, who's already been penciled into the starting rotation for Terry Francona.
So here's the right fielder, Will Myers. Had a pop to right field his first time at the plate. Clevenger set and the pitch. Low breaker for strike 1.
Where do you see Myers' ceiling at this juncture of his career? Career high 30 homers last year, but a .243 batting average, still just 26 years old.
0-1, swings and misses on a breaker again. 0-2.
That's the important thing to remember with Myers. It feels like he's been around for a while because he came up, as a young guy with Tampa Bay. He won Rookie of the Year in the American League, playing half a season there. Like you said, he's 26. He's got time to figure it out. The power was there last year, obviously.
0-2. Myers will pass for ball 1.
And it's about getting on base more consistently now. It's about bringing up the average and the on-base percentage. The extra base hits will be there. I don't think anybody doubts that about Will Myers.
The 1-2 to Myers, the right-hander, a little squib second base. Over the first 2, Alonso, and there's 2 away.
You pair Myers with Hosmer, who's coming to the plate. 3 and 4 in the batting order. Do you expect it to be Myers, Hosmer, 3-4? Might that switch up? Might you see Myers from time to time move up to the 2 hole and Hosmer hit 3rd, or maybe flip him from time to time?
If I had to guess, and look, this is a really good way to sound stupid because it's March, whatever it is, March 7th or something. 10th? Yeah, I have no idea. I don't even know what day of the week it is.
It's Saturday, Jesse.
Oh, okay. It's hard to keep track in spring training, but if I had to guess, I'm going to put Hosmer at the 3 spot. I think he'll be there most often. I think they want a high on-base guy at number 2. I think most teams do. And if Will's able to get on base more regularly, then yeah, put him in the 2nd spot. If not, maybe batting 4th.
1-1 count for Eric Hosmer. The new Padre. Big contract, 8 years, $104 million. Not bad deal for Hosmer.
144.
Yeah. Big time money.
Biggest in franchise history. And I'm sure just about everybody who pulls for the Padres very excited about the move.
2-1. Clevenger, Hosmer, ground ball right to Maggie at second. Over to first, and inning is over. So a home run by Carlos Asuaje, a solo shot, the 3rd one of this game by the Padres. They lead in a 3-0.
I am the one and only DQ chicken strip basket, now $4.99. I am the 100% all-white meat tenderloin reason you close your eyes when you bite. Country gravy don't normally take to strangers, but it sure as sugar takes to me. Because I'm not fast food. I am fan food.
New arm for the Padres. Top of the fourth inning here in Peoria. Padres 3, Indians nothing. Adam Simber, right-handed pitcher. The Submarine, pitch from the right side against Rajay Davis. Fastball inside to the right-hander for ball one. Davis, Ramirez, Encarnacion, 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Cleveland. Simber, the 1-0, ground ball to short to Urias, cannot make a play. Won't pick it up off the glove. Should be an E6. Wasn't hit very hard, but so Davis on via the error. First one of Urias at short today. So here is Jose Ramirez. Switching on the left side against Simber. Takes a called strike on the outside.
34 Zach McAllister.
0-1.
34 McAllister.
In the bullpen, Zach McAllister for Cleveland. In the left field bullpen. The 0-1 from Simber. Ramirez takes a very slow curveball inside. At the knees for strike two, 0-2 to count.
As Jesse Agler, voice of the Padres, mentioned last inning, the position players, the minor league position players, getting a lot more love publicity-wise.
Turner goes and it's fouled away.
Than some of these young hitters for, or rather some of these young pitchers for the Padres, but still very high on what is to come on the mound for San Diego in the near future.
Mm-hmm. Trying to see where they're at. Mm-hmm. Barometer, I suppose, a better word for that. No balls and 2 strikes for Adam Simber against Ramirez. Ramirez will slightly lean back on a fastball coming near his shoulder for ball one. First appearance this spring for Simber. 27-year-old from Portland, Oregon. Throws a first. Davis slides back. 9th round draft pick in 2013 is Simber. Went to San Francisco. Simber 6'4". And a 1-2 pitch in the left field will drop in for a cough drop single for Jose Ramirez. So you had Renfroe coming crashing in, but the ball just somehow died in shallow left. Whereas at first and second for Edwin Encarnacion. One bomb this spring, hitting a $190 in limited duty for Encarnacion. Former Red and Blue Jay. Right-handed batter. Open stance, somewhat, towards third base. Bit of a rocking chair lean back approach. Has a very powerful swing to all fields. Davis bluffs towards third, and Edwin takes a called strike right down the middle. 0-1. Encarnacion has a unique home run trot around the bases. It's a bit of a chicken wing. His right arm is cocked near his face. It happened in Toronto against the Blue Jays. Well, against the Padres, rather, in Toronto, rather. Edwin Encarnacion of the 0-1 hits one right in the center field, right to Margot for out number 1. So a shallow pop-up for Encarnacion. He is now 0 for 2 at the plate today. And here's a former Padre, Yonder Alonso. Spent 4 years in the Padre navy blue and white. He was traded for that Gonzalez trade from San Diego to Los Angeles. And he went to San Diego from Boston. He was their first-round draft pick many years ago. So Simber with 2 men on, 1 man out in the 4th inning. Alonso takes a ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Alonso, a weak tapper to Hosbury, his first time up from the left side. He went on record last year and mentioned that his approach was more compact last year. That's why he hit 20 bombs last year. 22 in Oakland, 6 in Seattle. Takes a strike from Simber, 1 ball and 1 strike. Snake Eyes count, top of the 4th inning. Cleveland, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. They have left 1 man on base. Simber set and deals. Alonso, a heavy swing there and missed it. 1-2. Padres, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. 1 man left on base for them as well. They have 3 solo home runs today. They had 2 yesterday. One by Suaje, Perella, and Renfroe. One ball and 2 strikes for the Cleveland first baseman, Yonder Alonso. 1-2. Ground ball to second, might be 2. Suaje, Arias for 1 to first, 2. Double play. A 4-6-3 inning double play. So the Indians had a hit and an error on base, and they cannot score in a down to 3.5. Padres 3, Indians nothing.
Whatever you're getting ready for, come into Supercuts for our attention to detail and signature hot towel finish. So you're not just ready, but super ready. Check in online today.
I am the one and only DQ chicken strip basket, now $4.99. I am the 100% all-white meat tenderloin reason you close your eyes when you bite. Country gravy don't normally taste
Bottom 4 here in Peoria, Arizona. Padres and Indians on the Saturday afternoon. Gray skies across the outfield. Not a real hot day. Mid-70s, 75 degrees at first pitch. In the fourth inning is 74 degrees. Only down 1 degree cooler here in Arizona. On the mound for Cleveland, number 34, Zach McAllister. 30 years old from Peoria, Illinois. He'll face Jose Perella, the DH today. Takes a fastball low for ball 1. McAllister, 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. Off Clevenger today for the Padres. That one fouled away. 1-1 to count for Perella.
Starter Mike Clevenger, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. 3 strikeouts and 3 home runs allowed.
Perella, Tatis Jr., and Renfroe on the order for the Padres. Together with Chris Sylvester. From the Peoria Sports Complex. 1-1 pitch was inside for ball number 2. His last at-bat began with some chin music. And the 1-1 was drilled off the batter's eye of Mike Clevenger, was Perella. 2-1. Fastball hit to the right side in the right field for a other way base hit.
As Jesse mentioned, a lot of talent San Diego has in its potential opening day starting outfield, but depth-wise as well. Could be 5 different outfielders on the opening day roster.
It's good to have depth, especially in outfield in National League. In case injuries do come, fingers crossed, they don't. At the plate, third baseman Fernando Tatis Jr. takes a first pitch fastball right down the boulevard, 0-1. Tatis was down looking his first time up from Clevenger. As Chris mentioned earlier, 22 home runs in Double-A last year as an 18-year-old. Throw to first. McAllister almost slipped off the mound while going to first base. But he's all right. He's only 18 years old. Scary. His true talent. The 0-1. Fastball. Out in front and fouled away 0-2 for Tatis. Renfroe is on deck looking on. Over at third base, Glenn Hoffman at first, Skip Schumacher for the Padres today. McAllister with the 0-2 pitch. That one just low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Padre Baseball brought to you in part by Chef a la carte. Great food truck choices under $10 on Saturday and Sundays. Chef a la carte. On left field today. 1-2. Tatis swings and misses. Strike 3. Second punch out for Tatis in this game. Bring up Renfroe. Had a slow shot his first time up today. Third this spring for Renfroe in 2018. Has great power, but he does swing and miss a lot. McAllister at first pitch curveball, and it drops in there for a called strike at 81 miles per hour.
McAllister for a number of years a starter.
0-1, Renfroe, a ground ball foul on the third base side, 0-2.
Oftentimes struggled with his command. Terry Francona elected to put him in the bullpen a couple of seasons ago, and he'll be forced into a big spot with Shaw departing in the offseason for the Colorado Rockies. Of course, you still have Andrew Miller and Cody Allen in the back of what has been one of the better bullpens in the AL we've seen over the past couple of seasons.
50 games last year for McAllister. 2.61 ERA. Not bad. 2-2 record for Terry Francona. View number 8 for McAllister. For the Tribe, the 0-2. Renfroe with a weak pop. Over there on the right field side with the scoop catch by Drew Maggie. For the out, number 2. So a couple of nice plays from Maggie defensively going to his left. Had to go a bit of a long way, almost to the foul line. And 2 away, 1 man on for A.J. Ellis. Ellis, somewhat of an old face around Padre fans, a former Dodger catcher. Many years. First pitch swing and a miss. 0-1. Ellis, ground ball to second, his first time up today. The 0-1 on the outside. Ellis last year, 51 games, 6 home runs, 14 runs batted in limited duty. Looking for a backup spot here in 2018 for the Padres. Behind Austin Hedges. Runner goes. 1-1 pitch. Hit the helmet of Ellis.
I think he got out of the way, did he not?
He might have just ducked away.
Interesting. It didn't look like it hit off of Perez's glove, but I guess it did.
So a good shield by the glove of Perez behind the plate. He got just in front before it came to the helmet of Ellis. So a stolen base cleanly for Perez at second base now with still 2 outs. 2-1 pitch for Ellis. McAllister fires and it's fouled away. So second straight day with a stolen base for Perella here in Peoria. Even count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom 4. Padres 3 innings, nothing. 2-2 pitch, here it is. Ellis, deep fly to left, and it's hooking foul.
Ball's really carrying today.
The wind now going from left to right at a decent clipping. It was kind of flat opening pitch at first pitch, but it's now picked up as we chug along here in Arizona. 2-2 again on the outside. Called strike 3, innings over. So a single for Perella and nothing doing for the Padres in the 4th. 1 hit, man left on, no runs, no errors. Padres 3, Indians nothing.
San Diego.
Top of the fifth, back here in Peoria, Jolly with Chris Sylvester. New pitcher for the Padres, number 56, Carter Capps, and the Padres still leading by 3 with 3 solo shots in this game from Asuaje, Perella, and Renfroe. Chris, back to you.
Thanks, Jay. 3-0. The Padres lead the Cleveland Indians Cactus League Baseball on a Saturday afternoon in Peoria, Arizona. 3 solo homers for the Padres, the difference in the contest thus far. Carter Capps, the 27-year-old right-hander, native of Raleigh, North Carolina, 6'5", 230 pounds. His third appearance of the spring as he works to Tyler Naquin first. And the first pitch at 89 miles per hour on the outside corner for a called strike. Capps has spent time in the major leagues with the Seattle Mariners and Miami Marlins. Signed a free agent deal prior to the start of the 2017 season with the Padres. Missed the first half of the season, really the first 3/4 of last season with Tommy John surgery. The count 1-1 on Nake when he singled his only time up, and he lifts the 1-1 pitch foul out of play left side. It is 1-2. Capps has a very odd and unorthodox delivery to the plate. He works out of the stretch, and he takes an extended, almost jump towards home plate with his back right foot off the rubber when he delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
To give a comparison somewhat, Carlos Marmol almost.
Maybe a little
not
bit
as wild, but similar type of long drag to home plate.
Or you might remember Jordan Walden, a
yes,
relief pitcher with the Angels and Atlanta Braves.
My former teammate, Jordan Walden.
Really, you grew up with Jordan Walden.
Mm-hmm.
Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This spring, a couple of innings pitched for Carter Capps. 2 innings, 4 earned runs. He's given up a couple of home runs as well. There's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball. 89 miles per hour. Got him swinging for the first out of the inning. He has topped out at 101 miles per hour at times throughout his major league career, but the Tommy John surgery along with some mechanic adjustments have lowered the velocity, and the Padres are hoping that means better command and better results for Carter Capps in 2018. In his career, a 4-3 record of 4.21 earned run average in 147 innings. All out of the bullpen. First pitch to Roberto Perez is high and outside for ball 1. Perez, the starting catcher for the Indians, takes a fastball inside. It sails to the backstop. 2 balls and no strikes, expected to split the catching duties with Jan Gomes come the regular season. Two balls, no strikes. Capps, the right-hander, set at the letters. And the 2-0 home, chopped foul. Third base side, it's 2-1. Three 0 Padres, 1 away, bases empty, top of the 5th. Cactus League Baseball on a Saturday afternoon in Peoria, Arizona. Capps delivers the 2-1 fastball, misses outside. 92 miles per hour, it's 3-1. Melvin Upton Jr. waiting in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 3-1 from Capps. Swing and a chopper foul into the Indians' third base dugout. The count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Cleveland Indians. 2 runners left on base. Padres, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. They have stranded 1 through 4 innings of baseball. The count full on Perez. Capps ready, and the payoff pitch. Line foul back to the screen. Still 3-2. So we'll try it again with the count full on the Indians' catcher this afternoon. 29-year-old Roberto Perez. Payoff pitch, breaking ball, blooped into shallow left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So 1-out single for Roberto Perez. He's aboard for the first time today. And that'll bring up the Indians' center fielder, Melvin Upton Jr. Melvin Upton Jr., of course, formerly known as B.J. Upton. Melvin is his government name, but he went by B.J. for the first 10 years or so of his career. Now going by Melvin to honor his father, Melvin Upton Sr. Trying to find his way back to the major leagues. Last time he donned a big league uniform, it was with the Toronto Blue Jays at the end of the 2016 season. First pitch from Caps misses, a toss over to first base, and the catcher Perez with a smile, surprised that Caps would check in on him over there at first base. 1-0 the count. Upton Jr. bothered by a back injury, only 45 plate appearances, put together a .244 batting average with the Sacramento River Cats, AAA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants last season, before he was granted his release in late August and didn't play again after that last season. 2-0 pitch on the way. Melvin Upton Jr. serves one out to center. Going back is Margot, and near the rim of the warning track, he makes a basket catch for the second out of the inning. It's 4-10 to dead center field here at the Peoria Sports Complex, and Melvin gave it a ride, but Margot on the run, able to make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Margot can surely go, huh?
Yes, he can, out there in center field. So 2 away. Here's the second baseman, Drew Maggi.
Maggie.
Media, Francisco Lindor
Maggi.
back to number 12.
I was told it was Maggie, but anyway, I could be wrong.
First pitch from Caps, a called strike on the outside corner, breaking ball at 74 miles per hour. Maggi 0 for 1. Native of Phoenix, Arizona, attended Arizona State as he lines one just foul down the left field line. 0-2. He played on the Italian national team during the World Baseball Classic last season. 15th round draft pick of the Pittsburgh Pirates out of ASU in Tempe. Back in 2011, spent some time in the Angels and Dodgers minor league organizations and inked a minor league deal with the Cleveland Indians back in November. Not expected to make the opening day roster, but will likely start the season in AAA Columbus. 0-2 the count. Caps ready and the 0-2 on the way. Fastball high and outside. A ball and 2 strikes. If Maggi reaches, it would allow Francisco Lindor to come to the plate, presumably with a couple of runners on base. Next pitch, check swing on the breaking ball. It scoots away from the catcher Ellis, and that'll allow Roberto Perez to move up 90 feet to second base.
Wild pitch.
Throw the wild pitch. And now base hit could mean the first run of the afternoon for the Cleveland Indians. Maggi has had a nice spring. 8 for 17 at the plate. No homers. 3 runs batted in. 28 years of age. Batting from the right side. Caps ready. Checks the runner at second and the 2-2 home. Swing and a chopper to third. Should be the inning. Fernando Tatis Jr. fires to first. And the Indians strand a runner in scoring position. They fail to score. Here in the top half of the fifth, we've played 4.5. It means we're halfway home from Peoria. Padres 3, Indians nothing on the National Sports Game of the Week, Spreaker.com.
Your attention, baseball fans, there is a gray Nissan Pathfinder in the parking lot. Arizona license plate BCZ4015. Once again, a gray Nissan Pathfinder. Arizona license plate.
Say what?
BCZ4015. Key point here, the engine is running.
Who is that? Still McAllister.
Yeah. Did he go 1, 2, 3, or did he give up a hit?
He, in the fourth, leadoff single, got out of it. Single to Perella.
30-year-old right-hander Zach McAllister back out there for the Cleveland Indians, his second inning of work. Bottom of the fifth inning in Peoria, 3-0. The Padres lead the Indians. Chris Sylvester with Jay Holloway. It's the National Sports Game of the Week on Spreaker.com. 9-1-2 for the Padres. Here in the home half of the fifth. Luis Urias leads off. 20-year-old shortstop, 36th best prospect coming into the season, according to MLB Pipeline.
Number 65, Jose Castillo in the Padres bullpen. 65, Castillo.
0-1 the count. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses inside. It's 1-1. Urias 0 for 1 this afternoon. Next pitch, low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. McAllister pitching this afternoon in Peoria, Arizona, is a native of Peoria, Illinois. 2-1 pitch catches the inside corner. It's 2-2. Yesterday, during that White Sox-Padres game here in Peoria, we had a couple of guys from the city of Newark. One from Newark, New Jersey, of course, the more well-known Newark. And we had a minor leaguer for the Chicago White Sox from Newark, California. I couldn't tell you where that is.
Don't ask me. I don't know either.
Count now full on Luis Urias. 3 balls, 2 strikes. McAllister, the 6'4" right-hander, comes home with a payoff pitch, and it's lifted foul. Out of play, off to the right side. 7th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. After Urias, back to the top of the order, Manuel Margot and Carlos Asuaje to follow. 3-0 Padres. We're in the bottom of the fifth from Peoria Sports Complex. Payoff pitch again. Line foul again, off to the right again, and out of play again. The 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming from Zach McAllister to Luis Urias. Right-hander ready, and the payoff pitch, swing, and a foul tip at the plate. That one off the catcher, Perez, and home plate umpire Nick Davis out to the mound to give him some time. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 9th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Here's the 3-2 swing and a high pop-up, foul ground right side, out of play again.
And that's what makes Urias, at his young age, so special. Most kids his age, at 18 years old, won't take an 8-pitch at bat. Maybe 4 at the most, or even 5, but now it's at 10.
Payoff pitch from McAllister, chopped foul back behind the plate. Boy, he continues to fight off pitches. The 11th of the at-bat upcoming. Young 20-year-old, native of the Dominican Republic, .296 batting average in single A and double A last season. .398 on base percentage. Payoff pitch. What do you know? It's a foul ball.
It's like he's trying to scale a fish to the side of the ocean. Somehow finding a way to fight it off again and again and again until he finds his pitch.
12th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Right-hander against right-hander. McAllister, the reliever, working out of the stretch with the bases empty, and the 3-2 pitch looped into shallow right field, but Naquin was playing shallow. And McAllister wins the battle. 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And back to the top of the batting order we go. Manuel Margot will be the batter. Margot 1 for 2. Singled to left, back in the 1st. Struck out swinging in the bottom of the 3rd. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 1. Margot, just 23 years old, expected to be the opening day and everyday center fielder for the Padres. A 1 pitch swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. Carlos Asuaje to follow. Here's the 0-2 from McAllister. Popped up, foul ground, right side. Alonso will give it a look, but it's out of play. 5 rows back into the seats. To the right-hand side of the San Diego Padres first base dugout here at the Peoria Sports Complex. And it's nothing in 2. See how many pitches Margot will fight off with 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch lifted in the air, left center field. A 4-pitch at bat results in a flyout to Melvin Upton Jr., 2 away.
Not too many there, huh?
No, much shorter at bat this time. So 2 away, the base is empty. There's the Padres' second baseman, Carlos Asuaje. 1 for 2 this afternoon. Solo home run to right field, last time up in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch from McAllister, changeup, 79 miles per hour. It misses outside. Asuaje now 10 for 29 this spring. That was his first homer. Now 9 runs batted in for the left-hand hitting second baseman. 1-0 pitch, a fastball. It misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 270 at the big league level a season ago. 4 homers and 21 runs driven in. McAllister ready at the letters in the 2-0 home. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike. It's 2-1. When the Indians come to bat in the top of the 6th, top 3rd of the batting order due up. Lindor, Davis, and Jose Ramirez. 2-1 pitch. Asuaje reaches and chops it to second. Maggi's throw to first. It's a 1-2-3, bottom of the fifth for Zach McAllister. A couple of scoreless innings under his belt this afternoon. And as we move to the top of the sixth, still 3-0 Padres over the Indians from Peoria. You got 7th and 8th, and then we'll leave.
Get back at when? What, 8, 9?
It is 1:37 back home.
Leave like in 7. Leave at 7, I think. Leave at 7. Leave at 2 o'clock. California time. 2:30.
75. Stephen McGee.
Just in case traffic, you know, like last time. Pep in the car. 2 for 1 deal.
Congratulations to our winner. Keep an eye on the emails for details about your purchase. And Becky for participating in today's drawing auctions. Check out the drawing app for all future auction items. Thank you.
So get this half inning.
Once again, 65.
Next one. And then we'll see how time is. Then we'll.
Stephen McGee. Now playing second base, number 92, Eddie Rosario.
We are the top of the 6th inning for Truman.
Number 16.
Back at the top of the batting order. The shortstop, number 12, Francisco Lindor.
Jose Castillo, the third pitcher of the day for the San Diego Padres, a 3-0 lead over the Cleveland Indians as we move to the top of the 6th inning from the Peoria Sports Complex in Peoria, Arizona. Saturday afternoon, Cactus League Baseball. Chris Sylvester with Jay Holloway on the National Sports Radio station. Top third of the batting order due up for the Indians. Francisco Lindor, Rajai Davis, and Jose Ramirez. Lindor, the switch hitter, batting from the right side for a third time today. Takes a first pitch fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Jose Castillo, 36 years old, from Venezuela, as Lindor rips the 0-1 fair down the left field line in the corner. Renfroe chases it down on the warning track, but not before Lindor is at second with a leadoff double. His second hit of the day, and the Indians have a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and Rajai Davis coming to the plate.
Now batting for Cleveland, left fielder, number 26, Rajai Davis.
Davis 1 for 2 this afternoon. Popped out to right in the first inning and singled to left last time up in the fourth. First pitch from Castillo. Fastball high. Davis able to check his swing, no appeal. 1-0. Full name Jose Gregorio Castillo. Spent last season in Double-A San Antonio as Davis fouls it back to the screen. 1-1 the count. Rajai Davis, 37 years of age, fighting for a spot on the Indians' opening day roster. Signed a minor league deal a couple of months ago. Battling with the rest of the starting outfield, you'd have to believe. Melvin Upton Jr. and Tyler Naquin both hoping to be on that opening day roster. Castillo's next pitch, a fastball that misses outside. 2-1 the count.
61, Dan Otero. Cleveland bullpen, Dan.
When he came over 2 years ago, he was the fill-in for Michael Brantley, who was out that entire year. One of their best prospects of years ago.
Castillo delivers the 2-1 pitch, and Davis lifts it foul, out of play, back behind the plate. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lindor at second in the 2-2. Check swing on a breaking pitch. The appeal down to first base. And no swing, says Mike Winters. Count runs full on Davis. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 3-2. Breaking ball, got him looking on the inside corner. Davis not happy about it, turns around and expresses his displeasure to Nick Davis, the home plate umpire.
Third baseman, number 11, Jose Ramirez.
It's the first out of the inning. And here's the Indians' third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Ramirez, the switch hitter, batting from the right side. 1 for 2 this afternoon. Takes a first pitch fastball on the inside corner, 0-1. That one at 94 miles per hour from the southpaw Castillo. Ramirez a season ago, .318 batting average, 29 homers, a major league best, 56 doubles. An extra base hit machine. The 0-1 breaking ball just outside. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. There was a juncture of the season last year where Ramirez had 9 straight multi-hit games. The longest streak by a Cleveland Indian since 1936. Starting third baseman on last year's American League All-Star team as he waves and foul tips the next delivery from Castillo into the glove of the catcher A.J. Ellis. A ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Chopped foul. Right behind the Indians' third base dugout. A ball and 2 strikes. Runner takes off. Ramirez lifts one high in the air, deep to left field. Renfroe back, and that ball is out of here. A 2-run home run off the bat of Jose Ramirez, his first of the spring. And the Indians are on the board. It's 3-2 San Diego. So Ramirez, with 29 homers throughout the regular season in 2017, leaves the ballpark for the first time in spring of 2018. Also his first pair of RBIs as well. Bases empty, 1 out. A 1-run lead for the Padres all of a sudden. And the first pitch to Edwin Encarnacion. Fouled back and out of play. Encarnacion signed a 3-year, $60 million contract with the Cleveland Indians before the start of the 2017 season after 5 years with the Toronto Blue Jays. Put together a nice first campaign with the Tribe. .258 batting average. 38 homers, 5th most in the major leagues, to go along with 107 runs batted in. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Encarnacion, slightly open batting stance. From the right side, takes the next pitch. A slider from Castillo. It catches the inside corner, 1-2. Yonder Alonso waiting on deck. 1-2 home. Fouled back to the screen. Again, the breaking ball from Castillo, and Encarnacion unable to time it right. Two-two pitch. Encarnacion unable to hold up on the check swing, and that's the second out of the inning.
First baseman, the 17, Yonder Alonso.
So 2 away, and here's the Cleveland first baseman, Yonder Alonso. Batting from the left side against the southpaw Castillo. Alonso for 2 this afternoon. Rolled into an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. In the top of the 4th inning, last time up, first pitch breaking ball, in at the knees, 0-1. Next pitch misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch, fastball, misses low and away. Count now 2-1. Middle of the Padre batting order due up in the bottom half of the inning. Myers, Hosmer, and Perella. Next pitch, lined into center field. That's going to drop in for a 2-out base hit. So Alonso aboard for the first time today. Yonder's 7th hit of the spring, and he'll be lifted here for a pinch runner.
Pinch running at first, 79, Bobby Bradley.
Bobby Bradley,
now pinch running.
the pinch runner. 2 away, Bradley, the pinch runner over at first. And there's Tyler Naquin. One for 2 this afternoon, singled his first time up. Batting from the left side against the southpaw Castillo, and takes a fastball inside. It brushes him off the plate, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. Breaking ball. Just missed, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Naquin, the 26-year-old, just 37 at-bats at the major league level last season. Dealt with some injuries, but also the emergence of Bradley Zimmer getting the bulk of the playing time out in center field for the Indians in 2017. You also had Michael Brantley in the mix in the outfield. Jay Bruce was acquired near the trade deadline last season. Here comes the 3-0 swing and a pop foul out of play left side. Everybody has the green light on 3-0 in spring training.
Even you do too.
I do as well. 3-2 Padres. We're in the top of the 6th. Indians finally getting on the scoreboard thanks to a 2-run home run off the bat of Jose Ramirez, his first of the spring. Here comes the 3-1, low and away, ball 4. That might be it for Castillo. Action brewing in the Padre bullpen. Out comes Andy Green, and we have a pitching change in Peoria. 2 on, 2 outs, 3-2 Padres. Top of the 6th. The afternoon has come to an end for the young southpaw Jesus Castillo. Call to the bullpen brought to you by In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about. Why not stop in after the game? Back in a moment on Spreaker.com. Lindor, Alonso, later. Ramirez, I just want yard later. I'm out of here.
Peace. Peace out. Light rain.
You serious?
Yeah. The guy on the right.
Good try at first base for April, 33 from left side.
Bro, tell me this isn't. Alexis is supposed to be gone till Monday. She might come home tonight.
Why?
Her friend that was supposed to meet her out there might bail on her. I was about to live it up tonight with either Megan or... Damn.
Say you're going to your mom's this weekend.